Benchmark, the voice of business. Presented by LMD.
On this week's edition of Benchmark, our lead story focuses on LMD's 7th annual special edition of the Most Respected Entities, which has just been released. Then in our feature segment, we turn the spotlight on Dr. Rohan Fernando, Managing Director and Chief Executive of Aitken Spence Plantation Management, for his take on the plantations industry. And we wrap up this edition by taking a look at the top 5 most respected companies in Sri Lanka today. That's the lineup for Benchmark this week. Hello and welcome to Benchmark. I'm Savitri Rodrigo. The 7th annual special edition of LMD's Most Respected Entities in Sri Lanka has just been released. The media services publication is based on a poll of 800 business people operating within the limits of Greater Colombo. The survey, which is designed to rank the most respected entities in Sri Lanka and to find out why they are perceived as being the most respected by their peers, was conceptualized and commissioned by LMD and conducted by the Nielsen Company. This year, John Keel's The Best of the Blue Chips in This Land takes the honors, and not for the first time, in fact. It dropped to 2nd place only once in the 7 years since the pioneering listing was first published. In 2011, its aggregate poll-based score of 1,321 points is more than double that of second-placed Commercial Bank with 592, which in turn sits 50 steps above Dialog Axiata, who scored 542. The only other 500-plus scores come from the ranks of Unilever with 535 and Hemas with 517. MAS moves up 3 places in this year's honour roll to number 6. The highlight of 2010 for the giant apparel manufacturer was the tie-up between MAS Intimates and British retail giant Marks & Spencer, which launched the world's first carbon-neutral lingerie. The guardian of one of Sri Lanka's most loved brands, Elephant House, Ceylon Cold Stores, makes a grand entry into the most respected rankings, straight into the top 10, as it were, at number 7. A subsidiary of JKH, CCS sells beverages and ice cream under the Elephant House brand banner. Improving its position by 2 places in this year's most respected rankings, Aitken Spence is placed at number 8. Propelled by strong growth in hotels and inbound tourism, Aitken Spence recorded healthy profits in its 2010 financial year and is aggressively exploring fresh opportunities for diversification in tourism, logistics, agriculture and IT, while consolidating its operations overseas. Another diversified group, Haleys, tumbled out of the top 5 to land in 9th place this year. The group reveals that the main challenge during the year was the spiraling cost of raw material. Despite having to grapple with numerous challenges, Haleys' turnover grew by 43%, crossing the 50 billion rupee mark. Moving up 3 spots and into the top 10 of the most respected is Brandix, Sri Lanka's largest apparel exporter according to the EDB, with an annual turnover exceeding $400 million at the last count. Many global brands are looking to clean up their supply chains by going green, and Brandix offers ample opportunities at many of its 32 manufacturing facilities in Sri Lanka, India and Bangladesh. And there are movers and shakers in the 2011 most respected ranking, led by Carson's, up an earth-shattering 46 places to number 43. Access, which jumped 45 points to number 11. Coca-Cola Beverages moved 44 places to number 27. And Chevron Lubricants is 42 spots higher in 34th place. Also moving and shaking their way into the top half of the listing this year are NIBM at number 18. Ceylon Pencils at 24, DHL in 33rd place, Ebert Silva at number 41 and Oriflame at 42. In the Hall of Fame, that's the top 20, the most conspicuous movers on the way up include Hemas, Ceylon Cold Stores, Access, Distilleries, MJF and NIBM, whilst Haleys, Cargills and HNB are running in the opposite direction in the eyes of Metropolitan Colombo's working people, their peers, who made up the sample population of Nielsen's exclusive survey. And we have more on the 2011 most respected rankings in the Voice of Business later on in the program. After the break, we bring you our exclusive interview with Dr. Rohan Fernando of Aitken Spence Plantation Management. So, stay tuned.